Have you ever taken a step back from your business and thought to yourself, why does it feel like this isn't working? You're showing up, you're doing the work. Maybe you've even had some success, but lately something just feels off. If that's you, you're in the right place. Hi, I'm Chelsea Fournier. I'm an intuitive business mentor, helping soul-led entrepreneurs realign, grow, and stop second-guessing everything. Here on this channel, I share grounded strategy and energetic clarity, so your business can feel just as good as it looks in your heart and in the vision you have for it. If you're craving momentum without burnout, let's talk about why that stuck, foggy feeling might actually be the best signal you've ever received. This video is for coaches, healers, creatives, and service-based entrepreneurs who've reached a point where your business just doesn't feel like it fits anymore. And let's be clear, it's not because it's bad, but honestly, it's because you've changed. For many of my clients, and I will be honest, I have lived this too more than once. Your own personal growth and your business, you're both evolving, and it can be very slow and very quiet. So by the time you realize something is off, it can be very hard to untangle, especially because you're so close to it all. Now, you might still be getting clients, you might be making it work, but internally, you feel flat, disconnected, maybe even a little resentful towards your business. Here's what I want to say right now. You are not broken. You're just out of alignment. A few years ago, I had a full calendar. Offers were selling. I was running a marketing agency, a membership, and still had some one-on-one coaching clients. But every time I logged into my scheduling tool, I just felt this pit in my stomach, like my body was trying to tell me something. On the outside, I was running a six-figure business, and it was feeling like something was just off kilter, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I hadn't failed. It didn't mean I was a bad businesswoman or I had to burn everything down. I had simply outgrown the business that I had built. I was no longer a vibrational match for the business that had resulted from the vision that I had had back when I started it. And no strategic rebrand or new funnel was just going to bring more people in to something that was feeling off. Like that wasn't going to be the solution. I really started to look internally and for more holistic shifts so that I could reconnect to that alignment that I've had before and I knew I could get back to. That's when I realized it wasn't about just working harder or swapping strategies. It was going to have to be about coming back to myself, being in deeper relationship with myself, my intuition, and letting my business catch up. Here's the thing we don't talk about enough in business. Outgrowing a version of your business doesn't mean you did anything wrong. In fact, it's often a sign that you've integrated past lessons. You've grown skill-wise, you've grown emotionally, energetically, even spiritually, but your business model may still reflect a version of you and a vision of your business from 6 months ago or 6 years ago. That's not failure, that's data. And it's an invitation to evolve more on purpose. So maybe you're not sure. Here are some signs I now recognize as business misalignment hiding in plain sight. If you feel a heavy pit of dread heading into client meetings or sessions, even if you like the client, you're attracting people who feel close to being a match of your ideal client, but not quite. You want to raise your prices. In fact, you probably know you should be raising your prices, but you spiral and have stories around whether people will pay. And you've done deep work, both personally and professionally, but your offer suite and how you're supporting your clients, it reflects an older version of you. Does any of this sound familiar? Or maybe your system is just showing signs that you've been in performance mode for too long. Your sleep could be off, your focus could be a little foggy, maybe you're constantly saying that you just crave clarity, but it just feels off and noisy. Many of us sensitive entrepreneurs might say that this is burnout, but this isn't burnout in the traditional sense. It's more like an energetic gridlock where you just can't lock in with the vibrational frequency of where you want to be going. You're feeling stuck on where you used to be. You're still wired, but you're not in flow. You're not tapped in, tuned in, turned on to where you're going. This is one of the biggest signs of misalignment I see with intuitive founders. You're not shut down. You don't have to burn it down. You're just misfiring, and it's time to have some tweaks. And that's actually good news because it is a sign and it means that you can move forward and reconnect and feel how you want to feel running your business. And that's when the magic happens. This is not the time to burn it all down, but your business is tapping you on the shoulder and asking for recalibration. At this point, most business owners kind of sit down and have a heart-to-heart with themselves and realize there's a couple paths in front of them. One, you could burn it all down, walk away, not be a business owner anymore. That is always an option. One path is that you can just keep moving forward, white knuckling it, hustling through, just hoping that this adrenaline pump is going to be the one that's going to get you back on track. Some people at this point are going to overhire and overbuy on templates and courses because you have this idea that just like one more strategy is going to unlock what you've been missing. But there is a softer and, in my opinion, smarter path forward. This path is a pause, just long enough to check in. And in that pause, you're asking yourself, what is my business actually trying to become now? Now, I know that at this point in time, it might feel urgent, even emergent to figure it out. And you might be wondering, can I really even afford to pause right now? And I see you. Now, the pause I'm talking about isn't about stepping away for weeks or going on a 3-week vacation to recalibrate your energy from the ground up. It's about taking back 10% of your energy even from the constant fixing and second guessing and doubting, and instead redirecting that into listening. That shift alone can change everything. And we'll explore how in the rest of this series as it unfolds. But starting on this path with gentle awareness so you can stop spinning and start listening can truly realign your trajectory of how you're going to move forward in running your business. One of the first places I see misalignment show up is actually in pricing. You might not think that your pricing is the real or root problem, but in almost every one-on-one business soul scan that I do, pricing ends up revealing energetic disconnections or a lot of limiting beliefs. There can be a lot of shoulds, scarcity habits, or pricing for people you've outgrown or an audience that you're not quite connecting with anymore. There can be a fear of being too much, not enough. And all of this is why I created the Advanced Intuitive Pricing Guide. It is a free, practical tool to help you reconnect your values, energy, and audience, and have all of that reflected in how you're pricing your sessions or services. And it's not rigid, it's not complicated. You can grab it at the link below in the description. It's truly a powerful place to start if you're looking for places in your business that you can start re-inviting in intuition and bridging it with strategy. If this conversation stirred something in you, you're going to love the next few videos in this series. In the next video, I'm walking you through how to pinpoint your biggest business bottleneck. Whether it's your offer, your visibility strategy, your structure, your pricing, or even just you, you don't want to be stuck in the energy of just guessing and grasping at straws on what changes need to be made. So in the rest of this series, we're going to be tuning in with clarity, self-trust, and strategy that feels like you. So if you're feeling foggy now, don't worry, it's only temporary. The rest of this playlist is your gentle realignment guide. So a couple options of what you can do from here. You can jump to the next video. You can download the intuitive pricing guide below and start working with that today. You can obviously subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this series. And if your soul is whispering for deeper one-on-one clarity to be truly held and seen, I'd love to hold space for you in a business soul scan. You can find the booking link down below as well.